Thank you, Sue, for letting me the almost made.
Oh, heck yeah. Hey, this is what this is all about, you know. Just set up the mat and let the universe align for you.
I had to run to North Potomac. Didn't know if I could make it.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, it's not normal traffic. Well, Saturday traffic. Good morning. Do you have any of your girls with you?
I do not.
Okay.
What's the first ratings, right? No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you guys, we're also going to be using the sabers today. So the little black sabers. Melissa, you have some, right? From Jamaica? Yeah.
Do you guys go to Costa Rica yet?
We're going in 2 weeks. Yeah. I went to Mexico. This one Christmas. This is Yamuna. Today.
Maybe just like.
Well, you have a pair, Tina.
I brought my whole bag.
Good. You are good. That's big. It's a good girl.
And I don't think I
Oh, oh, look. Did you would have Venmoed me or give me cash. Okay. Hold on, I'll look back. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right.
Yeah, you're not vague, I mean.
Jean, do you have these?
I just got
Okay.
some.
You got those? 1, 2. All right, so the heat, I can put that back here on if you guys are a little chilly. We're gonna warm up though, but right now it feels, I have sleeves, tank top on, so I'm light, but if everybody's comfortable.
Feels lovely to me.
Lovely. And Chris was like, I'm ready to put my fan up. I think everyone's here, because Val's not coming, right?
No,
And-
no Margaret.
Okay, that's fine. And then, let me look and see. Let me look. I think we're good. Oh, Leah. Leah's coming. That's right. Okay, so we'll wait a few minutes. Okay, well, if you're joining live, we'll get started in a sec. And wait till we'll give Leah 1 more minute. Because we have a lot of new things to talk about. I went to Mexico and I did a body school directly with Yamuna. And it was really cool. I mean, she's a genius. I mean, she really is. The way that she sees the whole body and the way that all the routines that we've done in here, we did those, but she always puts a twist on it. I guess it's like any other person that's been in the fitness business or whatever. When you do the OT stuff, yeah, like, you're working with your elderly, you just start to see people and you get so much experience from just working with people. And she just sort of sees all that. So anyway, we learned some really good things. The main thing, we know that in body rolling, we always start at the bone, starts on the bone. But what she really worked on and really impressed upon us really was staying longer on the bone. So working to get impact out of the bones and also just to do some bone or do some weight bearing into the bone. So that's kind of what we're going to do today in the hips. So what I have planned is we're going to work in stabilization of the body. So kind of coming from that framework of how can we be more stable in our bodies? Because whether we're moving, walking, sitting down, standing up. I went to mass last night. We did like 15 or 16 kneel, stand up, kneel, stand up. And I was not using my hands the whole time. I'm going down. I'm standing like that. And people were probably looking at me going, Casey, this isn't a workout. And I'm like, it is. It's a fitness, it's a spiritual workout also. But I was practicing my stabilization, of getting up without using my hands. So anyway, that is important because it's not just what we're doing here, but it's that kind of stuff, you know, stepping up on a step. Good morning, Leah.
Hi.
So anyway, we're going to be working. So we'll start off with breathing because that is the foundation of stability, is getting our breath connected, getting our full potential. You know, our rib cage is our heaviest part of our body. So if we can access, you know, full potential in the breathing, it helps to kind of ground us. That's where we really ground. Whenever you're feeling a little loopy, you can just go right back to your breath. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to work on the feet. Then we'll get into the hips and end with the torso and the spine, stuff like that. So you will need these guys. These are new. Not new, but we don't use these a lot. Savers. And so Leah, you might want to grab a set of savers. You're going to need all your balls except for the silver and your wakers. So let's begin with breathing. We're going to start just seated on the mat, and we're going to recline back onto our backs. Knees are bent, right? So go ahead and start there. And while I get situated here, I want you to just go ahead and begin to breathe like you normally breathe. Just observe. Noticing where the breath goes. Are you feeling it in your chest? Can you pause the breath at the top? Can you pause the breath at the bottom of the exhale? So now just relax. We begin to do a little bit of guided breath now. We're just going to get the breath moving in the front of the body first. Breath will travel wherever there's opening, wherever there's suppleness. But right now, I want you to bring your attention just to the front body. And we're going to move the breath up in 3 different key places. The low ribs or low lungs. So just place your hands right there at the bottom of your rib cage. And you'll be able to palpate, like take your fingers and kind of push into the belly, that upper belly. You'll feel a softening, and then you can come up underneath the ribs. And then just trace the rib cage at the bottom from the sort of the bottom of the sternum bone all the way around to the bottom of the rib cage, widening out. So that's the low lungs, the diaphragm's down there. Okay, we're going to start there. Just lay your hands right there. And I just want you to direct the breath into that area, just getting those bottom lungs to expand. And when you're ready, exhale. You're going to relax on your exhale. No contractions if you can do that. Just easy, easy, easy. And then on the inhale, take a breath in through the nose and bring the breath right into those low lungs, low ribs. Maybe feel an expansion. And then completely relax. And take another breath in. Inhale. Expanding, broadening, and then exhale. Take another breath. Inhale, inhale, and relax. Exhale. No contractions, just relax the body. Take another breath in, inhale, expand. Feel the front rising up. And exhale, relax. Take a full breath in on your own. And a full breath out. All right, let's move up to the mid lungs, mid ribs. Just slide your hands up. Now you're in that solid rib cage up there, a little higher. All right, go ahead and take a breath in here, inhaling and broadening. Aiming breath here now, expanding the lungs, the mid ribs. Continue to inhale, inhale. Through your nose, exhale, relax. Softening down, relaxing, melting into the earth. Take another breath, inhale, expand those mid lungs. Broadening, maybe you feel your hands, feel the lungs widening. Keep breathing in. And exhale. Take another breath, inhale, inhale. And exhale. Try to easy, fill those lungs. Take another breath, inhale, right there, mid lung, mid rim, ribs. And exhale. Now this next breath, we're going to inhale and we're going to hold the breath at the top. So when you're ready, inhale nice and easy, even. Hold the breath at the top, sip air if you can get more. Hold. And exhale. And relax, feel. No tension, just relax, let those lungs, we're trying to get the intercostal muscles between those ribs relaxed enough to expand and open and pull those lungs. Okay, let's go up to the upper chest, the upper lungs that come under the collarbones. Take your thumbs and just come up under the armpits and just kind of lift that flesh up, those muscles up, the pec muscles up, and then broaden out a little bit. So just laying down, right? You're already broadening through the back. You're pushing your scap muscles into the back of the lungs. Remember, we're just focusing on the front of the body, but the air is moving wherever it's going to move, right? And then you're going to breathe, and you're going to inhale all the way up into, and just aim right there where you feel your thumbs. Keep inhaling and see if you can feel the breath coming up under those collarbones and just up into the armpits, and then exhale. Right, take another breath in, inhale. Just keep breathing into, really aiming, focusing up into the upper collarbones. Try to relax and broaden and expand. And then exhale, relax. Take another breath, inhale, fill the uppers, broadening the collarbones. Breathe all the way up there, up into the upper shoulders because you can. Inhale, keep breathing. And then relax. Take another breath. Now you're building up from the low lungs to the mid lungs to the upper lungs, focusing on the upper lungs under those armpits. Broaden out, keep breathing, expanding. Exhale. Last breath now. We're going to retain the whole breath. So bring it all the way up. Now you're filling this cylinder, right? When you're ready, begin to breathe in through the nose, coming up through the bottom lungs, mid lungs, upper lungs. Broaden out. Broaden out. See if you can relax more. Inhale more. Broaden. Retain. And exhale and just relax. Let your body surrender. Breathe. Just take a couple of breaths and notice. Soften your mind, your eyebrows, your jaw. Maybe stick your tongue out a little bit. Press your shoulder blades down, away from your ears. Open the shoulders in the front. And begin to just feel the breath, from the core grounding into the floor. with each inhale, almost pushing your breath down into the floor. So we'll take now the second part. We're going to go ahead and focus on the back body, and just want you to work on pressing the low back into the floor. Everybody's knees are bent, so that gives you a little bit of help. And I want you to just you're going to be tilting your pelvis and pressing that sacrum, that low back into the floor. So just go ahead and give it a press and hold. And then relax. So when you relax, just let your pelvis kind of rock back into position that it was. And now do it again. Press that low back down. Press the low back. Try to get the whole back down. Pull the belly button. Pull the abdominals in so we create this downward press. And then relax the whole thing. Release the hips. Just relax. Do it again. Rock the pelvis. Press the low back. Pull the belly button in towards the floor. Pull the abs in. And then relax the whole thing. Okay, so we're not lifting the hips up. We're just rocking the pelvis. Try that again. Rock your pelvis. Press down into the floor. And then relax the whole thing. Good. And then just relax and breathe. Now we're going to take some breaths into that low back, right? And focusing on the back, maybe you'll feel expansion into the lungs in the back, the bones pressing into the floor, the shoulder blades. We know how to breathe into the cylinder now from the base of those low lungs all the way up that cylinder, moving up through the ribs, all the way up to the upper clavicles, up to the shoulders, right? The center channel. So we'll try it now with just this little press of the low back. So when you're ready, exhale your air out. Press the back down, pull the belly in, take a breath in, breathing up into the cylinder all the way up. And relax and release those hips. Just exhale, relax, exhale. Good. Take a breath in, breath out. Press the back, abs in, take another breath in. Exhale, relax. Take a breath in, breath out. Press the back, pull the abs in, hold, no breath, just hold. And relax. Take a breath in, breath out. One more, press the back, pull the abs in, hold, hold, relax. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right, so let's extend the legs now and extend the arms up over the head and take that big, big full body stretch. Take a big breath on your own here and feel the length of the body from the feet all the way to the fingertips. Exhaling out, just, it's like a morning stretch. Take a big breath in, morning stretch. Drawing breath, pushing breath down into the floor. Exhale. Okay, so for 360 breathing, right, we did the front, we did the back, and now we're going to do the side. So just take your right leg and stack it on the left leg. And then left hand takes the right wrist, and you're going to side bend to the left. Is that too much for the Saturday morning? Right leg over left. Just cross your leg. You don't have to twist, Leah, back. Just cross your leg, right? And then left hand takes the right wrist, so you're just side bending. It's like a little banana. There you go. So side bend the body. That's it. Right? Stretch here. Breathe up that right side. Just take a breath in. If you can, Nadi Shodhana, just take a breath in through your right nostril. Breathing in through the right nostril, take a breath in and just breathe up the entire side of that body. Try to expand the right side, the right lung, the right, up into the armpit, up into the clavicle. And then exhale and just let your whole body relax. We're trying to get things relaxed. relax. Take another breath in, right up that right side, through the right nostril. Just focus on that right side, right nostril. Breathe in, and exhale, and relax. Relax. Melt. Take one more breath on this side, nice and easy, no big craziness, just easy breath, filling that cylinder. Keep filling up, breathing in through the right nose, nostril, and then exhale, relax. Uncross your leg, pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, Apanasana. Try to keep the low back down. So maybe the legs won't come very high, but just try to press that low back into the floor. Low back presses, hold that press. Right? Release your legs a little bit and get the back down a little bit more. Good. Right? And then extend the legs out. We'll do the other side. Left leg over right, just cross the ankles, take the wrist, side bend to the right, open up that left side. Feel the shoulders on the earth. Get present, feel the heels, feel the, whatever's touching the earth, get present to that feeling. Grounding. You're taking a breath in, ready to go now. Inhale through your left nostril and inhale up through the left side, filling the low ribs, the mid ribs, lungs, upper lungs, all the way up under the collarbone, armpits. Exhaling and relaxing. Easy. Fill again. Inhale. Take a breath in. Left side. Inhale. 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 Very good. Exhale. Thinking about that 3-part breath. One more. Inhale. Taking a breath. Bottom. Middle. Upper. Feel. Keep sipping air. And then ride that breath down all the way down to the bottom of your exhale. And then undo the legs. One more big stretch, morning stretch, eyes wide open now. Big stretch, flex your feet and really get those calf muscles now. Flex your feet, reaching over your head, full body stretch out. Point your toes, roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Move your fingers around. Right, and breathe. Good. All right, shake your legs out. Come on up to seated. And we're going to do a get up because this is so important. Okay, so we're going to come through. Now, you can be here and use your hands. So let me show you option 1. You come here, rock back to your feet. So you're flexing your toes. You're going to rock back to your feet, and then you're going to stand up. Okay? Or if you have the flexibility in your hips, and you can do this with your knees and your ankles and stuff, coming through like this, legs go back to your feet, and then up. Okay? So listen to your body here. Okay? So you pick, right? So we'll start, if you can do no hands, do no hands. Go ahead, rock through. Use hands, use if you need them. Come through. Flex your toes. We're getting ready to do feet. Flex your toes and then stand up. Very good. Namaste. Okay, sip some water if you need it. And we're going to start with feet. And we're going to do the sabers first. And this routine's called 9 points of the heel. So we're going to start with these. You don't have to be on a wall for this one, but we will be getting on the wall for the Quakers. Okay. So let me just show you guys when you, with your heels, okay? With your heels, you think about the 9 points of your heel. So you have your outer, your center, and your inner. So that's the first, that's the top line. Okay, then you have the midline, outer, center, inner. That's your midline. There's 6. And then the back of the heel, back here, outer, inner, or outer, middle, inner. Okay, so there's your 9 points of the heel. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start on the midline, and then we're going to move forward and back, or whatever we do. I'll figure it out when we get up there. All right, but you guys got it. So place your little sabers right there. Okay, and we'll step up center heel. Do that center heel first. So center heel. And just feel those things first. So the main thing is you want to have the sabers about hip distance. So if you need to move those around, do that. Okay, we're just going to breathe, and we're going to use our breathing. Just cultivated our breath. So first, just kind of stand and get yourself in alignment with your shoulders over hips, over knees, over ankles. So just being on these, just having these at the heel already creates sort of an axis for us, you know. Rolling out your shoulders, just feel, you just scan the body, and just feel the, you know, what's happening down there at your feet, and then up through, right? Just centering yourself. Shift your weight to the right, bend your left knee, and take a breath in, and a breath out. Shift weight over to the left, bend your right knee, breath in, and breath out. We're trying to really keep the balls of the feet, you know, down as well. Keep the back to center. And then you want to keep, just let me say this as we move, but you want to try to keep your pinky toe joint down and your big toe joint, and kind of like an even spread of energy, right? The whole thing about stability is being able to load the body evenly with effort, all right? Even when you're working on one thing. All right, so let's walk now our feet in, stay on that center line, and get on the outer edge center. Outer edge center. Shift your weight to the right, take a breath in, bend your left knee. I always tend to like lift my toes, that's my tendency, keep them down. Shift back to center, bend your right knee and over to the left. Right, into their weight, just dropping weight in. Coming back to center, and feel and stand, even out the feet, even out the energy. Feel the posture. Did you almost fall back? And then go in. So just step your feet wide. And now you're on the inner edge middle. And your feet almost can be sliding down. It's okay. That feels nice. Okay, so your feet are wide, right on the inner. Take a breath in, shift to the right. Put your hands on your hips too if that helps you to really anchor. Back to center, shift over to the left. Back to center. Look at everybody's posture. Automatically, do you guys feel automatically your shoulders want to like go back? Yeah, see, we're getting into the heels. And then, where are we? Back to center. Good. All right, now we're going to go forward. We're going to move the feet back, center, right into the beginning of that arch. This is a little release point for the front of the foot. So this might be a little tender because we're coming off the heel into the soft arch. Shift to the right. You won't stay very long. Shift to the right. Okay, so if you feel like, so that means you just need to connect more with your feet, and you're just getting used to something being off balance a little bit. So maybe hands on the hips, balls of the feet down. Don't overdo anything. Go back to center, shift to the left. Okay, let yourself get in it. The more you get into the bone, the more stable you'll feel. And back to center. Take your feet out, go inner. Stay on that midline. shift to the right. Okay. Back to center, shift to the left. We're still connecting with the right, even when we're shifting left, we're just angling. And then back to center. Good. Walk your feet in, outer front. Again, set up your feet. Now we have a little tighter stance here. Engaging your legs a little bit more. Bend your left knee. Okay. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Everyone's breathing, yes? Bend your right knee. And pressing down. We're still thinking about downward energy, moving into the floor, but the posture is going to suddenly lift a little bit. And then back to center. Okay, last spot. Back heel center. Back heel center. So if you turn around and look, you can see your little black saber. You can see it back there, and you're really like your heel's almost like center on the saber. Set up your feet. Shift to the right. Bend your left knee. Take a breath in. Breath out. Shift to the left. Good. Take a breath in. And breath out. Back to center. Walk your feet out, inner, back, and heel. So this requires a little bit of adduction, like just squeezing in a little bit. Shift to the right, slide your body. Bend your knees if that helps. Back to center. Shift. Bend your knees if that helps. Getting weight into that saber. And then back to center. And then we do the final outer back. Did we already do this one? No. Okay, outer back. Right in there. Now we get, really, these heels get calcified as we age. So the more you can get really on fine point on the edge of the back of the heels. You can even roll your feet out a little bit to put pressure into the outer heels. Right? Taking a breath in and a breath out. Now, stepping off is going to be fun. It's called the negative heel. Step off and feel. Get on the carpet, maybe. Yeah. So walk around a little bit. Just notice how you feel, how your posture feels. How do you feel in your body? What are some of the things that you're feeling?
Lightness in my heels.
Lightness in your heels. What else?
More grounded in the balls of my toes.
So more even in your feet a little bit?
Yeah.
Almost like I'm leaning back.
Yeah.
They're compressed.
That's it. So that's really key because we are very forward in our day, right? We're technology, we're leaning. So to get ourselves to shift back is going to automatically invite stacking of the shoulders, the hips, the knees. Right there. You're already talking about, aligning better. Just doing that. So that's a really good exercise to do. So now we're going to do a full exercise with these guys. This is what everybody has. And this is something you can do. We're going to do all 3 lines of the feet. So for this, everyone's going to find a wall or a pole. So I would say, just so you can hear me or whatever, make sure you get in visual. So you guys can stack, go on that wall. Somebody can be on this pole right here. Somebody could be up on these walls up here. Tina, if you want to be up here, you'll be there. Just so you can see what's happening. So everybody try to be this way so you can see me. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down so that we can get the feet on here. So this is good. Actually see the actual feet. Okay, so this is foot wakers, and we're going to do all 3 lines of the feet. Okay, we'll start with them hip distance apart. Now this is not going to feel as fun. It just isn't. But you know, all growth happens outside the comfort zone, right? All right, so hip distance apart, very important. Okay, we're going to step up on the right. Put the right heel center, apex of that waker. And you want to be close to the wall so you can put your hands back there. Not death gripping the wall, but just something to like a touch point. So ideally, your hands can go here, and then you can lean back on the wall. So we can lift and lower, okay? So kind of set yourself up for that. Okay, so first position. This shouldn't take any more than 10 minutes once you get it. So we're going to shift over to the, just like we just did on the heels, we're going to shift over to the right side, bend your left knee. Okay, just wait and set down. Just let it settle in. You can bend and straighten that leg. And then come back to center and go to the other side, shift your weight. You can kind of roll your heel a little bit here just to feel, you know, and then go back to center. So we've already spent time on the heel. So we're like, that's kind of awake. Now we're going to roll out, and this is where you might need the wall. You're going to roll out and get on the outer side of the heel. So if once you get that flexibility, we're building flexibility in the ankles. Step off anytime you need to if you're not used to these babies. Okay? You're going to bring the pinky toe bones down, so pinky toe joints down, and then relax the toes to the floor. Okay? Pick your toes up, pick the balls of your feet up, and then just bend your knees like you're riding a horse. Straighten your legs, pinky toe bones down, and then relax the toes down. Okay, good. And then push off the wall. Step forward now and bring the waker to the center arch, right in front of the heel. But you're in the soft arch. So this is bigger now, so you can get your whole arch on. Okay. Lift and lower your toes a couple times. This can be the tough one. Okay. Bend your knees and straighten the legs. How you doing, Jimmy?
Doing well.
Welcome to it. Okay. And you thought burpees were hard. All right, roll out your ankles now and press the side of the foot in. Yikes.
You don't want us to swear on this.
Okay. Bend your knees and straighten the legs. All right, drop your heels a little bit. I know, spread the toes and then lower the toes. They're not going to really touch the floor. Bend your knees, straighten your legs. Okay, getting outer edge and roll back to center and then step up onto the balls of the feet. So that should feel better. That's probably the diciest one, depending. Okay, we're still focusing on outside line. So when you're up here, roll to the pinky toe, and then that next toe, kind of rolling out to that side of your ball of foot. You got it. Everybody's looking good. I don't know if you're feeling good, but you're looking good. All right. Drop your heels down now. Try to keep that outer line. Not all the way to the floor. Just drop them. And then lift them up. Drop them. And lift them up. And drop them. And lift them up. Good. And then drop them all the way down. And try to mold the outer edge of your feet. Pinky toe and pinky toe is number 5. Fourth toe is the one in. That's it. Kind of roll out. Just mold that side of foot down. Lift your toes. Lower your toes. Lift your toes. And lower your toes. Okay, good. Step off. And just look and feel. Make sure they still work. Okay, and as you shift your weight forward and back, just kind of feel how you want to be even in your feet. So the idea is always about even in the feet, using all points of the feet. So when we make a move, we are using our foot. Okay, all right. Come on back. We're going to do the center line. We'll do the center line. That's it. All right, so now we're back on the center line of the heel. Okay, we're going to go right down the center. So the next the toes we're aiming for now are the two. So number 5 is the pinky. Number 4 is that next one. So 3 and 4 is our line. Toes 3 and 4. Okay. So standing here, we've already been on our heels. So now we're going to move into the arches, into the, like, just kind of hook into the front of the heel, mid arch. You're not at the ball of the foot yet. Yep. And everybody's got their feet like coming down. Spread, lift your toes, lower your toes. Lift your toes, lower your toes. Like spread your toes out like fingers as best you can. Lift your toes and lower your toes. Bend your knees and straighten the legs. Nice. Rolling to the outer edge of your feet. Just kind of mold out to the outer edge of your feet. So we're learning how to really connect the outer edge of the feet, not lose the outer line, right? Not over exaggerate, but not lose it. And now just kind of roll back into the arch. But imagine your whole foot is like wrapping around this thing. We're reestablishing arch. Taking a breath in, breath out. Good. Now step onto the ball of the foot. Your 3 and 4 toes are coming down in the front. Or, I'm sorry, you're 3 and 2, because the big toe is number 1. So 3 and 2. And now I want you to look down at your ankles. And if your heels are coming in midline, I want you to pull them back behind your heels. I mean, your ankles. Your heels behind your ankles. And that's really setting up just that little kind of focus. Starts to get the bones of the legs reset in the hips. Just starts to re-educate the body a little bit. Drop your heels down, but hold the toes down. So we're wrapping around the front, reestablishing the front arch, which is this ball of foot, and then lift your heels up. So we're strengthening the feet too. Stretch down, stretch down, stretch down, heels, and then press and lift up. Keep those heels back behind your ankles. Okay, very good. Very good, everybody. And then drop your heels. If you can go to the floor, try, and open up the front of your feet. Lift your toes. Keep the ball of the foot down, and then bring your toes down, like, wrapping. Lift. These toes are so weak. The 2, 3, 4, they're weak. Lift and lower and lift. Stretch the feet and lower back down. One more time, all the way up high. It's the highest you can go. Set your heels. Try to get your toes wrapping down the front. Look down the front of your legs. Yeah, good. Lift, lift, lift even higher. Lift even higher, even higher. And then drop your heels down, 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 and step off. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to just do one more thing, and then we're going to move on. Take your right foot, stick it behind you, and flatten. Do the flat, do on the top of your foot. Right arm's going up for a nice opener here. Side bend left, and just point your toe and roll to the pinky toe bone, and then roll back through all the bones. If you can feel them, and come back to the big toe. Do it again. Roll out to your pinky toe. Yep. And then go back through the other toes to the big toe. Point, point, point. Side bend. Look left. Look down left. Really, really starting to get stretching this side out. This is going to help with the work that's coming. Okay. And then come back to center. And put your foot down. Do little toe rolls here. Then we'll go left foot back, point your toe, left arm up, side bend left. It's okay. You're getting those toes It took years to get the feet the way they are now. It's going to take a little bit more than just one Saturday. You know? All right, roll out to your pinky toe bone. And then roll back through the bones. So if you can really feel those bones back to your toe. Be gentle with yourself. You don't have to type A through everything. Roll out to bones. I'm speaking to myself, actually. Rolling it through. And then coming back through those bones, stretching the big toe, side bend a little bit more if you can, if you've got it. Breathing. And back to center. And now walk around. Just to give you guys the walking test, you're going to come out to the heel. You're going to turn at your ankle a little bit. This isn't the way we really walk, but this is just the way to re-educate the feet and exercise the feet. Down the outer edge of your foot, push down into that pinky toe bone. Knee tracks over like the second and third toe. And then you're going to bring the rest of the toes down one at a time. This is the hard part. Bring them down one at a time. Land that big toe. Roll and get your whole foot to just feel even. And then press off the back foot and step out left. Back of heel presses. Kind of roll that ankle a little bit. Feel the outer edge of your heel you just worked on. Feel the bones of the side of the foot. Push into the bones of the fifth toe, fourth toe, third toe, bringing those toes down one at a time, float that big toe down, get the foot set up so it's even, track that knee and step. One more, heel, outer heel, side of foot, float those toes down, press those toes down, float the big toe, center the knee, tracking over 2, 3, and then step out. Do it again. Left, not in one line. We're not on a tightrope because you don't really walk like that, right? Out, roll. You want to give yourself base. Bend. Press into those toe bones, and come on, and step off. Okay. Now the other thing you can work on too is walking backwards, because we need to do that. Walking backwards, just walk backwards, roll out. So let's do one of those. Right foot's going back. You're on the ball of the foot. Now a lot of you guys are like, just like get away. You want to get yourself in an optimal position, right? So you get your feet under you, right? Get your body in them, and then roll to your outer edge. Again, this is not the way we walk, but we're training. Go down the back and drop the heel, shift back into your heel, and then step and back. Roll the outer edge. Feel the bones of the feet. Drop the heel and step off. Do it again. Ball, outer edge, heel, ball, outer edge, and heel. Okay? That's that. If you play pickleball, you need to walk backwards, Richie, and run. Okay, so that's the feet. The feet. Yeah. So reflexology, meridians in the feet. So if you feel different right now, maybe you feel a little high, maybe you feel a little tired, maybe you feel, alive. We got chi pumping through. Okay. We're going to move into the body work. Up the legs. So we're going to start with black balls. Okay. And this is a new one from Yamuna. So we're going to do our black balls. So this is a little prep one for getting into the hips. So we're going to be moving from our sit bone, and then we're going to come up on the side of our pubic bone. So the sit bones are here, right here, base of the pelvis. So if you ride a bike, you know where they are. And you can also stick your hands up there and feel. It's right up under all the flesh. You can bend over and feel. If you're sitting down, if you pull your leg up, they kind of protrude out. So they're right here, okay? So we're going to start there, and then we're going to come to the front. See this bone here? We're going to go, and this is your pubic bone. We're going to have the ball right inside this pubic bone. This helps to release, take impact out and release the hips a little bit. So we'll start on the right side, and the best way to do it, I think, is like in xoxoxo almost. So the left leg's bent if you can. You can always take a ball and stack if you need to, or even a pearl. So kind of bring your balls up, because as you move through this stuff, just at least bring the pearl up. You can use that one to kind of stack, if you need support, okay, because you don't want to create tension doing this. So we're going to start with on your right, just take your black ball, place it on the right sit bone. We're just going to warm up, and then we're going to move it with our hands. We're going to move it to the front, adjust where you need to adjust, and snuggle it right in between on the right side of the pubic bone and inside that leg. Okay, but let's start on sit bone first. Get that open. Okay. I'll just give you a minute to kind of get that. We want to stay on the bone and not really roll around hairy-carry. You want to stay on that bone, and you can move around, but once you settle on the bone, the part of the bone, you want to stay and breathe. You're still on that right. And you can move it, there's 4 sides to that bone, so you can move it to the back of the bone. You can explore it. You can move it to the front of the bone. Just breathing. Okay, we're just warming up the attachments. Now we're going to take the hand, now you're going to take your hand and you're going to pull it forward and bring it into basically the groins. You're on the right side of your pubic bone, feel for that, and sneak it right into right in there, right on the right side of that pubic bone. Now the legs are up to you. You might feel like you can get into it more with forward fold straddle. You might feel like you can get into it more with xoxoxo. I don't know. You have to whatever is going to help you to get in. This is just a warm up because we're going to head up the spine in a minute. So taking a breath in here, easy breath in and easy breath out. The breath that we learned. We're not overdoing the breath here. We're just easy filling the cylinder. Okay, and just pull it a little bit more forward. If you can, it might not feel like any sensation. If you pull it up too high, maybe you go into a little bit more of a forward fold straddle. Breathing right into where the ball is. Angling in. Taking breath in. And breath out. And then back to center. Okay, good. Now we're going to take it behind. Let me show you what we're doing. We're going to go up the back of, here's your sacrum bone. This is the new hip thing. Okay, so we're going to move so we're just at the front. Now we're going to move up along here's your tailbone. We're going to move up along to the side of the tailbone, staying as close to the spine as you can. Go up these bones, and then we're going to hit this hip crest. And we're going to go around the hip crest. Boom, 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 and to the side. Okay, we're going to spend time on that bone. Take a couple of breaths at each spot. pressing, staying, 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 okay? Then we'll do the other side. So you might want to just take a minute, because sometimes you can look at something, but you don't really know where it is on your own body. So you want to feel, you take a minute to feel where you are, like go up through find your sit bone and travel up the bone and up around your hip crest. And you can feel it. You can feel it. So we're going to stay on that bone and breathe. Okay. So let's start with the right, and I'll be here to show you guys from the side view. So we're going to start, you were already on your sit bones. You're just going to slide the ball now just behind your sit bone, right at the edge, right by your tailbone. You'll feel it. It's just kind of that, in that separation point, there's a little space. And you'll eventually get up there. I'm going to tuck your shirt in here. Okay. You're going to lean back. And it's subtle in the beginning, but then as you stay on it, you'll feel more. You'll feel more. So taking a breath here now, and just lean back. You can bring your other ball in if you need it. Taking a breath in and a breath out. You can move around a little bit, kind of get on the edge of that bone. You want to stay right on the bone. Don't go into the joint at all. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Right? If you need to lift your hips up to feel the edge of the bone, you can do that. Taking a breath in and breath out. Just stay. If you can come down on your elbow, right on that right side. Breath in and breath out. All right, so take your hand and move it up now, and we're at the level of the sacrum. So now we're up into that, we're definitely up into the hip bone. You're out of the pelvis and up into the back at the sacrum, right to the right of the sacrum, on the sacrum, right of the spine. Taking a breath in and breath out. So we just sort of wait, and breathe. Good. So if you feel like once you kind of get on your bone here, try to even out the body a little bit and angle right. You don't want to twist or contort too much. Okay. Easier said than done. Taking a breath in and a breath out. To move the ball, just you can slightly tip off to the left and then just pull the ball and find the next spot on that hip bone. And then kind of go back over to the right, angle it if you need to bend both knees. Anything to get you into weight bearing into that bone. Take a breath in and breath out. So we were talking about stability. Okay, so stability. This is a place in our body where this is one of those places where we're not looking for flexibility. We want stability in the low back. We're looking for freedom in the sacral joint, but we want stability in the low back, the hips. So this creates that. Rolling to the left a little bit and move the ball up. You're getting up onto the back of the hip bone now. So you know what I mean by that? Like, so think about when you twist your body, your twists are coming from your torso, but you don't want to crank and get weird in your back. You want to keep that low back solid and stable. And free, taking a breath in. And the thing about hips too is like, because we're not on the joint, we're on the bone, you're good. So if you have any inflammation in the body, just general rule with body rolling, you never want to roll directly on the pain point. So if you have hip issues or you have a pain in your hamstring. You don't roll right on the hamstring. You roll around it. You roll around it. You roll around the area. The bone is a safe place to be, though. Taking a breath. All right, and then roll off a little bit and move the ball. And you're coming around. We're getting to the side of the hip. Everybody should be almost to the side of your hip. All right, feel the side of the hip there. Taking a breath in. And breath out. Breath in. And breath out. We're going to move on to the side of the body now. Just bring the ball to the side of the hip. You're right on that side of the hip. Stay on the bone. And just take yourself onto your right side. You're on your right elbow. Get a nice stretch. Both legs are straight. So stack your legs and pull your elbow back so that it's in line with your hip. So this is one of those re-education pieces for the body. So take a couple breaths here. And I'm going to come around and just, if anybody's top leg can bend if you think if you're going to roll off. No, you stay there. You stay there. There. You good? Okay, good. Okay, take this elbow and bring it back to here. There you go. Great. So there's your alignment right there. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Now try to stretch the torso up. So if you think about good posture, lift your sternum bone up and away. Yes, very good. Taking a breath in and breath out. Final here, if you can extend your right arm if you have the room or you have the flexibility, extend your right arm and lay down on the floor. If you can't quite get your arm down yet, Benjamin, you can just bend your arm. But I want you to extend here, extend as much as you can the bottom line of the body. So that bottom leg extends, right? And the top leg can be bent if you need for stability. Taking a breath in and breath out. Really lengthen through your torso. Very good. All right, and then from here, you're just going to roll onto your backs and notice and just take the ball out, roll onto your backs, and just notice how your right hip feels, how you feel. You notice a difference in the body. Feel the length of the leg, how the leg feels. A breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. And feel from your feet, the back of your legs. Good. Okay, we're going to come on to the other side now. So again, from here, just rising up. You can take a Baddha Konasana here, spreading the legs out a little bit, sitting up tall through the sternum bone. Feel the sit bones, feel the legs, the spine. Right, and let's do the other side. So we're coming on to left sit bone. Now we know the routine, so we're going to get into it. First, we'll start on that left sit bone. Just create a little stimulation there, a little awareness. Ball's right there at sit bone. Taking a breath in and a breath out. You can angle right in there. Just warming up the attachments. Good. Angling in again. Breath in. Breath out. Take the ball now, just move it forward a little bit, coming and getting into the side of the pubic bone. Just move it forward. You need to press out a little bit with your leggings or anything, and you're just gonna just angling. Once you find a spot, just bear down without overdoing, just stretching and stretching over however you need to get that weight bearing into the ball, taking a breath in, breath out. You guys look so experienced just doing one side. All right, then pull the ball forward now, getting into the side of the pubic bone. Breath in and breath out. Give this good rotation through the legs. Breath in, breath out, just angling to that left side sometimes helps get in there. Breath in and breath out. And then rise up. Bring that leg back up. And now we're just going to move back, the ball right back. So following the tailbone along the right to the left of the tailbone, sitting down on the ball. So just bringing it slightly. Remember, there's a little bit of a gap here before we get to the hip crest. So we'll feel it. We'll feel a little bit between the tailbone and the sacrum. And we'll lean in. And taking a breath in and a breath out. You should feel where flesh is and then where bone starts. You just kind of get, kind of feel that difference. See if you can feel that for yourself, where you drop off the bone and come and then go down into the flesh and then go up into that near the tailbone, the side of the tailbone. Right, moving over to that side, taking a breath. And relaxing. Now we start our ascension up into that hip crest. So scooch down a little bit and angle in. So if you want to push in, so generally it's kind of a weird thing in your brain, but if you're on that spot now, we're right to the left of the tailbone, the sacrum. If you pull your body to the left a little bit, you're pushing into the side of the sacrum more. And then go back the other way, just see if you can feel that. Go back the other way. Pushing to the right. And now push to the left. So just shift your weight to the left and the right, and you're pushing in towards the spine, basically, the low spine, and then back out again. Still on the bone. And then pause, feel, then move again. Move the body down a little bit, ball moves up, or you can use your hands if that's better for you to kind of feel it. Getting now up into right at the bottom of the crest, off that tailbone, sacrum, and actually into the back of the hip crest. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. Staying there. Don't come up off the ball when you move if you can. Scooch down or move the ball with your hands up a couple spots. And now getting right on top of that bone. What that does is it helps to press the hips down. Idea is to get as much space as we can in between the ribs and the hips, right? More room for the organs, more freedom for the waist to twist. So this is part of it. Pressing down, breathing. Breathing. Keep letting body weight down into the ball. Let body weight into the ball. Start to rotate now and move the ball along the top of the hip crest a little bit more, making our way. I'll start to twist. Try to keep your body more centered, taking a breath. just so you don't get overly done or tired. Bend your knees if you need to. Kind of like find stability in the body, find as much, as least effort as possible. The only effort here is body weight into the ball and breath. Inhale. Exhale. Move the ball now. We're moving almost to the side of the hip crest. We're almost there. We're in that top, coming down into the kind of the downward sloping. Starting to make your way over to the side, taking a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. And with your hands, move the ball now to the side of your hip crest, just like we did before. I'm going to set that ball right at the top, not on the side of the hip, but on the top of the hip bone, and you're laying on your side. So there's a difference. You could be on the side, like down here, but you want to be on the top of the hip crest. You can feel your waist, and then the ball's pressing down. So go ahead and set that up. Put the ball there. Right? Elbows stacked to start, because this actually gives you a nice lift through the ribs. Bottom leg is as straight as you can. Top leg can bend for balance. And you can take your right hand and kind of lift the bottom ribs up. And, get your sternum lifted. You can put your thumb right on your sternum bone, kind of right between cleavage, and lift and just kind of push up. So that's what I mean by lifting the sternum bone up. It's a nice posture reminder, right? And then if you can come down onto make a pillow for your head and just bend your elbows, slide down, lengthen through the side body here, taking a breath in, breath out. Breath in and breath out. We're always re-educating the body every time we come into basically plank. Plank is like sort of that's our posture. So always think about plank whenever you're doing anything, really. And then it's just moving arms and legs. Good. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, lengthen through that left side. Exhale. And then we're rolling over to our backs off the ball and feel that work. Just lay there for a minute. Eyes are closed. Just let yourself feel and really the energy that's moving. Just feel the energy that's moving. Using your breath. Using your breath. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we're going to move now to the front of the body. For a really cool abdominal or a really cool routine that your abs definitely benefit. But this is all about making space in between your ribs and your hips, like I talked about. So we just worked in the back, right? Now we're going to work in the front and make space here. So we're going to use these two black balls, and you may be able to use one, or you might be able to use two. So we'll see where you are. So come on up to seated. Sip a little water if you need it, and if you need to use the restroom, this might be the time to do that. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to move into the spine and finish up. So coming onto your knees to start, and I'm going to show you guys where these balls are going to go. So we're gonna do here. We're gonna be inside the hip. So we were just on the back of the hip. Now we're gonna go inside the hip into this front hip pocket. And we're gonna be moving from, so see this big heavy rib cage, right? These are your floating ribs back. We don't wanna be anywhere near those, and you don't really wanna be up in your ribs. You want it to be in between here and here. So we're gonna be here and then here. But when you get into your belly, you're actually gonna be lifting these ribs up away from the ball, right? You have that ability to do that. So you might feel a little bit of ribs, but you're gonna lift them up. And then we're gonna move from here to center to here and then outer, okay? All through there. So you're gonna be getting into your transverse abs here too. Okay, so on your knees, find your front hip bones first. Just find those two hip bones. You're gonna stack the balls in between hip bone and pubic bone down there's the lower. And the upper is gonna go on, right on top, you're gonna hold them. And then you'll be able to feel your ribs. Do not get onto your ribs. Okay, they naturally go up here, you get opening here so you won't have a problem. But just right here might be. Okay, and you're gonna come down, hold, and you're gonna come down. You don't have to do it like this. I just wanted to show you. You can lay down and then stack them. Come down and feel the balls right inside the hip bone. So you're kind of like, it's almost like you put one of the balls into your front hip pocket. And then the other ball's there. Now adjust your ribs up. Just be in Sphinx pose for a second. And you want both your legs extended out. So we're looking for Jimmy. Every time I look at Anna going, I'm not talking to you later. Thought this is supposed to be nice and relaxing. Okay.
I knew that it's really
We all knew
wrong.
better.
You knew, I know. You guys know. Jimmy doesn't know though. See, that's now he knows. All right. So now you're in Sphinx pose. Legs are extended out. Feet flat if you want, or flex, whatever feels right. Okay. So we're gonna take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. So just let the spine take the shape. We're going to eventually come down onto put the ribs down if you can. But if you have to stay like this, that's fine. But start to make your way down. But you're lifting your ribs up. So don't collapse. Okay, don't be like that. You want to be lifted. Keep that same energy of Sphinx. And then bring you're basically molding, and pulling the ribs up away from the black balls. Taking a breath in and a breath out. This is natural to maybe shallow breathe a little bit because you're like, yo, I haven't done this ever. That's okay. You're just going to relax the best you can. Breathe in here. In through your nose. And then you can blow it out, kind of like fire breath. Take another breath in and breath out. Option here now, both feet are flexed. Go ahead and point the right toe. Left foot is flexed just so the toes are there for stand. And then inhale your right leg as best you can. Inhale. Extend your right arm as best you can. Exhale and bring that right leg down. Okay, leg is straight if you can. Think about your entire femur bone lifting from the hip. One more. Inhale, take the leg up. Extend. Light press with the right hand down and extend. So we're lengthening the psoas and all of the abdominals here. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, kind of wrap the hips around the ball. Take one more breath in and breath out. Relax, come up on your elbows. Okay, we all survived that. Take the ball set and move it to the left a little bit. Restack. I'm not quite to the belly button yet. Now, come up on your elbows and notice that your back takes shape. Relax your back. Don't try to clinch. Relax. If it's too much for you to be like that, you can always come down, right? That's how you adjust your levels. Taking a breath in. And breath out. Now notice the quality of your breath. You have something to breathe into now, right? So take another breath, filling that cylinder up. Go slow and fill. Using the balls, exhale. Slide down if you can. Right arm's going to extend. Mold, mold, mold. And just imagine you are lifting and training that rib cage to lift up away from the hips. Do your best. And if you need to come off for a minute, that's okay. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. No leg lift on this center line. We'll just stay here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll come up. Inhale. Lifting up, almost like, like a cobra. Inhale, coming up. You can come up into up dog for just a moment, relaxing away from the balls, lifting the sternum, right? You can do whatever you want though. I'm just showing you high setting, low setting, and then walk back in. We'll move the balls now, the ball set, move. You can roll to your right hip a second and go right into the, right above your pubic bone and right on in the vicinity of your belly button. Right there, center stack. Okay, we just massaged the liver. Now we're moving towards the stomach. All right, from here, inhale and exhale. When do our organs really ever get any massage? Right? Another breath in, expanding, feeling the lungs expanding. This helps to push the air actually up. It gives your diaphragm something to push onto as you inhale. You might even feel that. Right? And on your next inhale, see if you can feel the diaphragm lowering down. Expanding, it widens out through the lower ribs, and exhale. Come on down for a moment if you can. Just mold down, mold down, mold down. Tuck your tailbone, take a breath in, breath out. And then walk yourself back up again onto your elbows. You want to take a little Sphinx pose, high setting, go ahead. Relax your glutes, soften your shoulders. And come on back down again. Roll off to the right, take that ball set now, move it off to the left where you just were. We have two more spots. With this one and then outer. So just off the midline in that front pocket. Taking the breath in. Once you get settled, take a breath in and breath out. Depending on your body, this might be like as far as you can go. That's okay. I'm pretty much at the edge myself. Taking a breath in and a breath out. So it can get tight in here. No kidding, right? It can get, your rib cage can be really close to your hips, but we get this moving with breath. We've got fascia here. We've got all kinds of things going on here. All kinds of tissue. Come on down onto your, right, now be mindful here. As you lift your ribs, then you come down, but keep your ribs kind of lifted up off the hips, up off the balls, and then wrap. So we're over here in the stomach, taking a breath in, breath out. Are most people up against the inside of that hip bone? Okay, this will be our last spot. So if you feel stable, flex your right foot and then take an inhale and you're going to lift your straight left leg up. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up as high as you can without cranking your back, right? And then lowering it back down again. Expand here. Good breathing. Let's do two more. Inhale, take it up, lift the leg. Doesn't have to go super high. Just make it straight. Lengthen out, like reach, like you're reaching something way in front of you and pressing the hip bone out the leg bone way, 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 way to that back wall. Keep the extension, lower the leg, relax. One more now, big length. Inhale, lift that straight leg. Point your toe, flex your toe, reach the hand, reach the arm. 2, 1, beautiful, and relax. All right, now we're going to reach down there, take the balls out, and just be on your belly. Feel that negative belly. Take a minute. That was the last of our hard routines. To finish up with the spine, it should feel glorious. Maybe you like that. I don't know. Just take some breaths in here. Notice. Notice. Rock your hips side to side a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to just come and we're going to finish up with the spine. Before we do that, though, take Pearl and go ahead and just place Pearl right at the center chest, right below your clavicle, below your collarbones, as high as you can, right at your collarbones. This is a great little stretch for the upper back. So breast tissue pulls down, so you want to pull it down, pull it down. You want to get on as much bone as you can. So your sternum bone, that center chest bone, right? Jean, you want to be a little even higher, even higher. So find your collarbones. Find your collarbones. Start right there at that notch, and then just roll off it a little bit. Okay, so the ball's at the notch. Pull it down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then place the ball down. So you want to hold the ball. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yep. So you're really right at the bottom of your collarbone. Holding the ball, kind of pull the ball towards the chest and lean into it, not forcing, just now try to relax the back of your shoulders. Take a breath in through between the shoulder blades. See if you can feel the breath expanding the back. You're breathing into the ball, but the back body is going to open. Taking another breath in, inhale right into that ball. Feel the shoulder blades. It's like you're filling up the little pocket between the shoulder blades. Exhale out. Another breath, breathing into the ball, filling that little pocket. The lungs, the ribs in the back expanding. And relax. Push the ball to the right now, just a little bit off the center line, underneath the right collarbone. Snuggle it right in there above breast tissue. Push it down right in between collarbone and breast tissue, right off the right. Taking your right arm out and just bend your left arm. So your left hand's on the floor, right arm's out, looking to the right, and let your pressing from the back of the shoulder down, back of the shoulder to the front of the shoulder, to the ball, to the floor, melting down. But your whole body is involved, even though you're concentrating where the ball is, your entire body is involved. Not overdoing, but spread out the energy, spread out the load. Take a breath in. Right into the ball now. Feel the back of the shoulder. And relax, exhale. Keep connection, and then turn your gaze to the left now, and we're already inviting a twist here. So you can just keep looking left, keep reaching right, stretching and pressing down from the right shoulder, back of shoulder, front of shoulder, ball, back of ball, ribs, right into the ball. Everything's weighted in. And if you want to add a little something, something, you can straighten your left arm and kind of roll to the right thigh. So you're just kind of opening the front chest up a little bit more. Keep lifting your chest up, lifting your head up, taking a breath in. Relax. Relax your shoulder. Your shoulder's heavy, not overdoing. You want to let that shoulder rotate. Taking another breath in. Breath out. Now just relax. Relax down into the ball. Slowly unwind that twist. Slowly unwind that twist. Coming back to center. Pull your right arm in. Push that ball right back to center. Grab the flesh right at the notch. So the notch is right here between your collarbone, that little notch. Take the ball and grab the flesh and pull down. So that's this platysma. It's like a collar around your neck. So much tension here. Grab the flesh, pull down. Right, and then kind of lift your chin up a little bit. And you should feel all of this really stretching. And you can turn your head. And I call this the turtle. You know, turtles stick their necks out of their shell, and their skin looks like all pulled. They're looking around for their predator. So just do the turtle. Do the turtle. You should feel this. It's almost like someone's taking your skin, and that's what you're doing. And you're stretching out this muscle here. Open and close your jaw a couple times. And then take your neck, now keep it long, and lay it down on the front. Lay your front, call this front spine, the neck, wrap it around the ball. Let's lay your neck down. You feel like you're choking a little bit. And then release the ball, the front. You have your fingers pressing into the front of the ball. Just kind of release it and put your chin down. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Take your fingers, push the ball in, right where your chin is, and then peel the neck off the ball. Okay, keep that length in the neck, push the ball now right to just off the left of the sternum bone. We're getting into the last part of here in the front spine, and we're going to be pressing from the back of the shoulder to the front of the shoulder, to the ball, to the floor. Extend your left arm. Start by looking left. Bend your right arm for a little stand. Look left arm's out. Yep, you got it, Jean. And then just kind of pull, you kind of pull away from the left arm. Pull away, and you're angling the ball. Take a breath. Look left. Take a breath. Back of shoulder, front of shoulder, ball, floor. Your whole body's involved. So see how you can use your whole body to load into the ball without overdoing. Breathe. Turn your head to the right. Automatically starts to turn the body. Turning your head, turn the body. Pushing down into the back of the ball. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to lift up the head, lift up the sternum bone, but keep connection onto the ball. You don't let your shoulder come up. You're just lifting your head a little bit. So you angle into it left, taking a breath in. Don't forget to breathe and exhale out. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Back to center. And take the ball out. And just lay down for a sec. Beautiful. All right, we're going to finish up on the spine and push back into wisdom pose when you're ready, and take a moment. Stretch everything out. You can come in a downward facing dog if you're feeling that. Let your head hang, get a little traction in the neck. Walk your feet out, like a little pedaling out your dog, feeling your feet, feeling the connection through your entire body now, from feet all the way up the back of the legs. Feel the energy zooming around. You might feel a little bit hot, you might feel a little bit cold. All of this is body reacting. Good stuff. Okay. So I might go a little bit over. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Goody. Okay. So I want to do this juicy spine. Let me think about it for a second. Yeah. Okay. So this will be great. We'll do this, and then we'll do this skull spreader. It sounds awful, doesn't it?
Yes.
But it's so good. All right. So your head. I think we did it on Wednesday night. All right. So you want to go high ponytail if you got one, because you don't want anything here. You want to tuck your shirt in. And you'll know that when you get up into your neck, you're going to need to adjust your shirts. Okay, that's just the way it goes. So try to tuck in as much as you can. Okay, let me show you guys first what we're doing. We're going to do both sides of the spine. We're going to do separate sides. We're going to start up here. We're going to slow roll into back behind that glute. We just did so much work through the hips. So we're going to slow roll down. Now we're actually getting into the glute, the joint, coming down, 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 down. And then we're going to stay up that left side. We're going to be moving up the left side or the right side, each side of the spine. So we're on right. So we're going to be moving, molding into the ribs here. The gold ball is really going to support us. It's going to be really gentle. We've done all the deep work now. Pushing up, get behind the scap muscle, scap blades here. It's going to feel really good, really good. Coming here. So we're on that right side, the good part. Then we're going to roll. Once the ball gets to the top of the shoulder, you guys got me? Top of the shoulder, you're going to snuggle it to the side of the neck, and you're going to roll over. Now, if you're petite, you might want to use Pearl. Pearl works too on going up. Once we get here, you might want to switch out to Pearl, because it's a big ball to try to wrap the neck, but try. Then here's the thing. You can be here, right? I'll be cueing all of this, but I want you to see it. You can press down the side of the skull, side bend that neck. Here's the thing that you can do. When I cue it, top leg bends, you can push up and let the body weight open up the shoulders. This is actually making space, just like we did hips to ribs. We're making space between the shoulder and your skull, right? You can do that. If you can't do that, that's okay. You're still getting plenty like that. Okay, and then I'll cue you. Roll off. We'll rest a second, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, and then we'll come up and we'll do our little spreader to finish Shavasana. Okay? Juicy. Okay. All right, so that's it. So let me clear my little spot here. All right, so everybody have a seat, and you'll want to be in the back of your mat a little bit because you're going to be going down. You don't want to run out of mat. So slightly back. We'll put the ball at the right. We'll start on the right side first. Let's start on the left. We always start on the right. Start on the left side. Back of the left hip. Lean back. And now you're going to just roll up. So to roll up on the ball, you actually have to lean on the ball and go boop, right up through the glute muscle right to that sit bone. Sit tall, bend your right knee, extend your left, and now we just enjoy our new posture. And we're going to go right into it. We're going to be grabbing the glute muscle and kind of lift it as you roll, as you pull your body forward and then push your body back. You guys get that? Grab the flesh, maybe feel the flesh. Take your time sliding down the front of the ball, staying right next to that tailbone, and then pop back up again into the hamstring, right? Just an easy roll. Roll down, and back to center, back to the sit bones, back to hamstring. And then one more, and we're going to go all the way down this time. Stay right on the side of your tailbone. Stay right on that, right into the joint. You're in the joint now, leaning to the left a little. And just keep coming down the front of the ball, moving your body forward towards your feet. Yep. Take your time as you slide down the front of the ball, lifting the flesh up, right up against that tailbone, right up against that sacrum. Then you have a seat. Resituate your ball, so hold on to it. Readjust your shorts, everything, tuck in, a lot going on. Lean back. And now literally what we're doing is we're molding the body. So option here, if you can, pull your left leg in and just kind of lean back on that ball and then come forward. So it's like a seesaw. Right? If you keep your right leg bent, that's fine. Anything you can do to get back onto that ball mold. So you really have to bear weight. You gotta let yourself go down into gravity here. And then rock yourself forward. So try to put your head back because you want to keep your spine neutral. Don't drop your head. Just use your core muscles to pull in, ground into the ball, and then come back. All right, take your left hand, and just move it up. Now you were in the low back. Now we're going to move up into let's go up to the solid ribs. Let's just move right into solid ribs. Remember, we want to get away from those floating ribs, right into solid ribs. It should feel good now. We were on muscle. It's a little bit harder to control. Now we're on solid bone. Okay. Again, don't drop the head. Keep pulling your leg in and let your body weight now. Remember, center or gravity or what body weight is from front of ribs, back of ribs, ball, floor. Take a breath. Expand the ribs. Let your whole body weight into the ribs. Hold your head with your right hand if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're going to just try to mold the ribs, lifting the rib cage up as you mold the ribs onto the ball. Breath in and breath out. Just let your body weight go. Hold the head if you need to. Hold on to that leg. Breath in and breath out. Really trust the weight onto that left side. Really just be there. Good. And now peel the ribs back up off the ball, coming back up to seated, and push the ball up now behind your scap muscle. So you want to be right at the scap. And you can feel that as you jiggle, cross fiber a little bit, cross. You can feel the scap bone. Can you feel the scap bone? Okay. And then here now, both hands can be behind your head. Usually works best because you're really now solid, right? And you're not straining in that core. Lift your hips, lift them and set them back down again. Right, and just kind of pull your body to the right and hold a minute. And then back to center. Bear weight. Pull the body to the right.
Kind of spreading the shoulder blade a little bit away from the spine. And then slide back to center. Bear weight. Keep supporting your head, lengthening your neck. Pull your body to the right. One more time, you're bearing weight as you pull the body to the right. And then come back to center and bear weight. Lift your hips. Feel the body weight now in that ball. Ball's connected. Scooch down a little bit and bring the ball right behind the shoulder. Now you're up high. You're kind of almost to the top of the shoulder, but you're tracing along the top, behind your collarbone, kind of into the shoulder blade, not shoulder blade, actually into your shoulder joint. And if you can, extend your left arm, hold your head with your right hand, and just pull the body to the right again. And then slide back, looking to the left. Look left, reach left, pull the body to the right, reach, look left. And then back to center. And one more, pull the body to the right, look left, reach. Let the body weight go. Tendencies to lift up, trying to do too much. Just relax. Relax. Good. Now here's where we're going to transition that ball. So get yourself back to center. Scooch down a little bit more. And remember, we're going to push that ball to the side of the neck. So scooch down. Let the ball just kind of come up onto the top of the shoulder. And you want to clear your hair, lift your skull, right? Feel the mastoid bone behind your ear. Kind of feel that. And you're going to put the ball there. So just kind of get onto the left side. Snuggle, snuggle, snuggle that ball. Top of shoulder, side of neck. You might have to lift your head up a couple of times and then lay your neck, side neck onto the ball and push the ball against your shoulder. Really snuggle that ball. Push on the ball. Push it and place the side of the neck right onto the mastoid bone. You're on the side of your body. You're relaxing. That's heavy. Hand can go up on the side of the skull and press down. Side bend. Side bend. Relax and breathe. If you want to add the hip lift, you want to hold the ball with your left hand, the bottom ball. Just take your left hand and press the ball into the shoulder. Readjust your head. Lengthening the neck. Lift your head. Lengthen the neck. Wrap the neck. Top leg's going to bend. Push up. And your hips come up. And then you just drop your weight right into the ball. The leg in the back is probably the best move. Try it. Push down into that bottom foot, into the right foot as you lift your hips up, 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 and dump into the ball. Yeah, just try. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. And you're ready to come off the ball. So roll onto your backs. Roll to the backs. Put your ball at your belly and extend your legs so the ball doesn't roll away. Just hold on. Relax here. Bringing your neck into neutral. Notice the difference between left side and right side. How do your ribs feel in the back? Notice the quality of your breath. Hopefully you're a little bit more self-centered. Tuck your tailbone and press the low back down. Pull your abdominals in. Just feel that stability. Try to keep your legs straight on this one because it actually cues the body a little different. So from here, go ahead and press the low back down, pull the belly in, and then relax. Do it again. Press the low back, pull the abdominals in, hold, and relax. I'm noticing less pelvic tilts here, more abdominal work, more pressing from the abdominals. Very good. Do one more time. Press the low back down. Pull the belly button in. Pull the low abdominals in. Hold. And then relax everything. Really nice. Okay, let's do the other side. We are getting there. Come on up to seated. Slide the ball to the right side of the right side. Lean back. First, just mold the low back against the ball. Feel that. You're going to push as you lean back, holding the ball down, pressing down. Roll up onto the ball, right through those glute, that right glute muscle. Slide right into your hamstrings. Just going to easy roll through the glute, angling to the right a little bit, rolling through the glute into hamstring. So now the signals to the body are just, we're starting to bring it down, bring it down. So nothing can relax if it's tense. So we're just going to relax in our minds first, connecting to our breath. You even close your eyes a couple of times to bring yourself back into your presence, your physical body. Come back to the sit bone now and pause, feel. Scooch forward just a little bit, grab the flesh of the glute, and just be there for a minute. Lean back, so we kind of get into that leaning back thing. But not collapsing, right? You're still keeping good posture, good lift. Slide down a little bit more, controlling. And if you're not sure where your glute muscle is, just contract your right cheek a little bit, right muscle over there. That is that. You can feel it coming up into the back. Relax it, lean back, and stay close to the tailbone. Come on down again. Pause. Belly presses in or pulls in. Low back presses in. That's how you can bear weight, right? By pressing that low back in. Scooch down a little bit more. Scooch down a little bit more. And finally come on down. Now you're back at that top of hip bone. We did so much detail work there. So now we're really enjoying maybe a little bit of more opening. We lifted the front of the body. We're lifting the back of the body. Right leg's coming in. Lean back. Again, all we're doing now is just molding the body to the ball, just getting even more relaxed, even more supple through those muscles. Leaning back, like seesaw back, but don't collapse if you can. Support your head if you need to. Just seesaw back, mold the body, and then lift yourself back up again. Seesaw back, mold, top of hip, the ball's pushing into that thoracic, that mid-thoracic. Maybe you feel the ribs, but be gentle, and then come back up again. Make sure you're breathing as I'm yakking along here, taking a breath. Inhale and exhale as you rock back. And then come back to center. Good. Take your hand and push the ball up. We're going right up into those ribs. Now solid ribs. Bypass the little floaters down there and get into solid. You'll feel off to the right side of that spine. Feeling the ribs. Right? Maybe open the arm up a little bit. Each time we lift, we expand right in the back. Just having your hands behind your head and your elbows out gives you a little bit of a stretch, a lot of stretch. Taking a breath in, breathe into the ribs, the back ribs. Front body, back body. Exhale out. Feeling here, taking another breath in, expand. And exhale. Try to take easy breaths now. Taking a breath in. Breath out. I have to actually watch myself to not take too big, intense breaths. Taking another easy breath in, almost a quiet one. Breath out. Bear weight now. Weight bear. Lift your hips and scooch down right to your shoulder blade, back of shoulder blade. Right arm's going to extend out. Pull your body to the left, looking right. And then back to center, right on top of that scap muscle. Here we're pressing the scap muscle down, away from the shoulders, away from the ears, pressing into the rib cage. Pull the body to the left, reach to the right, look to the right. Breathe. Exhale back to center. Let your body weight just be right there. Be. Stay. One more. Pull body to the left, look right, reach right. And then back to center. Exhale. Massaging the lungs, opening the intercostals. Scooch down now. Move the ball up to the top of the shoulder blade, back of the shoulders here. This is another key spot, right on that shoulder, right on the back shoulder blade, or not blade, but the shoulder bone in the back. This is a really nice spot to be in to release tension, beginning. Look to the right. Just reach to the right for a second. Taking a breath in. Try to get the air up into the clavicles now, up here where the ball is, as you can. Maybe you can feel breath coming up there for the first time ever. And take the hand now, right hand, scooch, scooch, scooch. Just roll that ball right up on top of the shoulder, and you're going to come onto the right side. So again, take a moment, extend your neck, roll onto the side, lay your neck down. You might need to, again, hold the ball, push it into the top of the shoulder, lift your head, lift your neck, and then lay it, reach it, extend it, lay it down, and then bring the ball. It should be touching maybe the mastoid behind your ear. This can feel very intense, like that. You can get a lot of sensation here, maybe even a little headache. Pressing, pressuring, no matter how much tension you have here. Breathe, relax. Try to relax, try to be melty to the floor. Relax here. You can start to take your left hand, place it on the side of the skull. Just the weight of the hand adds a little bit. If it's too much, don't do it. Right arm can slide under the body, so your right elbow is right under those rib cage, and that'll help you get you in position if you're going to lift your hips. Left foot goes back, right leg extends, and then from here you're going to be on your shoulder, right? As you lift your hips away from the floor, shoulder is taking some of it, and you're in your neck. Breath in and breath out. Again, if you're super tight, you might not need to even lift your hips today. Maybe it's just enough here. Take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Settling the hips to the earth if you're there. Mindfully now, we're going to just roll to our backs and move the ball right to the base of the skull. And what I'd like you to do is slide your hand up under the neck, up under the skull, move all the hair out of the way, and get that ball right at the base of the skull as best you can. Move your shirt out of there, any necklaces you have, and that ball's going to be right in the center of your skull bone, base of the skull, right at the top of the neck. C1. And Now we're coming into Shavasana here, final, but we're going to move into just a little bit of a skull thing, and then we're going to settle. So lift your shoulders up a couple times, set them down. Reset your hips. Knees can be bent here. Knock your knees together. Widen your feet. Helps to set those hip bones or set the legs. Taking a breath in. Breath out. All the work's done now. Everything's done. Take the hands now and take the ball and just push it to the right just a little bit. The head stays on straight and you're just going to move the ball to the right just a little bit. You might need to hold the ball with your right hand. Right? Hold the ball. Just move the ball up to the right a little bit. Head stays on straight. Taking a breath in. Easy. Barely noticeable on the breath. Relax. Let your head just be. Breath in. Breath out. Push the ball just a little bit more to the right. Head stays on straight. Right hand holds the ball. Don't turn the head with the ball. Just keep your head straight. Eyes closed. Breathe. Breath in. Breath out. Move the ball towards your head. Move the ball back to center. Reset your skull. Chin angles to the chest. Shoulders pressed down from the back. Lift your hips up a little bit here. Just relaxing, letting that neck lengthen. 2 more spots now. Push the ball to the left a little bit. You can lift your head, replace it. Hold the ball now with your left hand as you heavy head. Keep your head on straight. Breathe. 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 The ball a little bit to the left, a little bit more, a little bit more. Place the back of the skull. Hold the ball with the left hand. Kind of push the ball into the skull if you need to. Just create a little stand and let your head. And just imagine now we're just making, stretching the back of that skull. Opening the back, breathing. Your head is wrapped with fascia as well, so lots of blood vessels and little capillaries and base of the skull, neck. Breathe. Now we're going to slide the right hand up the neck all the way to the skull. Take the ball out. Keep your head straight. Lay it right down onto the mat. No ponytails in the way. Keep your skull right onto the mat. And just spread the arms out, the legs out, and just be. Let the cool air be on the skin. Just feel. Let the body just find its happy place. Let the breath be almost unnoticeable now. Just be completely still. Relax your face. Just do a loving scan through your whole body. Just offering gratitude to each part It makes up the whole of you.
Glowing, yes.
Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful, energy-packed session. Have a beautiful Holy Weekend. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. Together we say, Namaste.
Fabulous.
Thank you for staying later. I could do this for 3 hours. Who's up for a retreat?
I am.
Yeah, a day-long one here.
Huh?
Having a day
Oh,
here.
yeah, we're gonna do that. Remember I was doing that on those
You
Saturdays.
did for a while.
Yeah, but we'll do that for sure. Because the November retreat's too far away. We'll do a couple of Saturday retreats where we do like a 4-hour deep dive. Might even feed you. That's right.
We can do potluck.
We can do potluck. We've done potluck before, and it was fun.